Greetings, you've discovered self improvement. Congratulations. Overnight, you've become the perfect alpha male, the master manipulator, perhaps the best martial artist in the world. You've learned to build 50,000 perfectly running, generating incoming business, and you've mastered several other skills. Or have you? Can you recall what you watched yesterday? Can you do that? Because I am willing to bet my entire life on the fact that you cannot. And this is the trap that everyone falls for when doing self improvement, and that is inaction. It's just taking in too much information and doing literally nothing with it. And I would like to now explain first why this is a bad thing. Because you've heard in school like the typical bullshit, like you have the short-term memory and the long-term memory, but to be honest, it's very real, and I know this stuff. It's called cognitive psychology. Basically, it is very hard, almost impossible, to store just general knowledge and facts that you pick up during the day, maybe watching YouTube and stuff. And it works like a workspace, like on your computer. So you watch a video on building a business, and it all goes to your brain, and you might feel good and you understand it for like 1 hour or two, and then the next morning it's completely gone and you absolutely forgot what you learned. And the way to transfer it to your long-term brain, to your long-term memory, is by doing one of two things, or maybe both at the same time. One of that is practicing it a lot, because action, especially for skills, action is the thing that breeds it into your mind. Because they always say like mastering a skill takes what, like 1,000 hours or something more. And out of its like autonomously, it will create its own neurological field and stuff, and then you've basically like remembered it. If you've thrown the same punch 1,000 times, believe me, you'll know how to throw that punch. The second option you have is prior knowledge. And throughout your lives, maybe reading the self-improvement books, or even watching some good self-improvement YouTubers. The only one that I can vouch for is Hamza Ahmed, and the other ones are absolute dog shit in my opinion. But prior knowledge is basically thinking, okay, where can I apply this? Where have I seen this? What do I know already? So when you come across self-improvement in maybe this book, right? We have How to Win Friends and Influence People. You come across something like never criticize, condemn, or like never criticize, condemn people. That I forgot what the exact thing is called. And basically, what it needs you to do is, all right, is there a situation in which I have criticized someone, and could I have handled that situation differently? Like, what could I have done differently? How could I have taken any other actions in that particular situation? So prior knowledge. Where can I apply this, and where have I seen this? So maybe you learn the magic of thinking big, like never say I cannot do it. And then you could think like, okay, when was the last time I said I cannot do it? And for example, say you wanted to build the most perfect 10 out of 10 body, and you told yourself I cannot do it because of X reason, because I'm too lazy, because I have shit genetics, because I am 5'8" or whatever. That's all stupidity. Everyone can do it. That's prior knowledge. So where have I seen this? Where can I apply this? Think of these questions. Whenever you learn something, pause the fucking video, take out a freaking notepad, grab a pen, and write down, where have I seen this? Where can I apply this? Because, when I first started doing self-improvement, maybe like, 8-9 months ago, I was watching several videos in one sitting. I would lay in bed or whatever, and I would watch video after video, and I would honestly convince myself that I was doing productive things. Like, I honestly thought that, okay, now I'm like intermediate or advanced in self-improvement, when in reality I was probably even below a beginner. And so the thing is, guys, inaction is the killer of self-improvement beginners. It literally kills you, because self-improvement and the things that come with it, like fat loss, you know, building businesses, learning social skills. It says already, it's skills, and skills can be mastered, but to master it, you have to put in the practice, you have to put in action. You cannot master something like, you know, say kickboxing while laying in bed watching kickboxers on YouTube explaining tutorials and shit. It doesn't work like that. Like, you know, it'd be nice if the world worked like that, but no. All right, and I understand it is very hard for you to take action. It's very hard for me still, and that is because your mental health is absolute shit, and the whole world is a symptom of your own mental health. You fried your dopamine receptors by doing instant gratification activities like watching pee, you know, playing a lot of video games, like scrolling endlessly on fucking TikTok and shit, perhaps scrolling on Instagram or watching too much YouTube entertainment, and even fucking Netflix. Netflix is the biggest killer of self-improvement, because when I look at the world around me, like so much of my peers, they keep talking about shows on Netflix and stuff, and if you take a minute to like think, all right, who's talking about shows, you'll see that's probably a lot of people for you as well. And to fix your dopamine receptors, you have to prioritize the delayed gratification activities, and those are, you know, namely exercising, because you're exercising now so that you have benefits in the future. That's basically how it works, right? So you're meditating now so that you have more mindfulness in the future. You're building a business now, having less money now, so that you have more money in the future, you understand? So when doing activities, always think, I am doing something now, which I will see the benefits of in the future. And here comes the fuck you brain. Absolutely do not trust your fuck you brain, because it is going to keep you down. It's going to prevent you from doing action. So say you want to go to the gym. I really experienced this today. I had to go to the gym this morning, and my brain was telling me, no, don't do it, because you might be going to, you know, swimming today, and then you're so tired, and you have to go record these videos, and you have to do a bunch of different stuff. And it almost convinced me not to go, you know. But since I know not to really trust the fuck you brain, I didn't. And this is very scary. Like, you cannot even trust your own brain, guys. How scary is that? So you have to put your trust into someone else, and that could be a self-improvement YouTuber like Hamza, or I hope that I could become this person for you, that you can put your trust in me, and that you believe in what I tell you, and that you take the action afterwards. Let's think. All right, so the reason this thing exists, like the fuck you brain, you know, so biologically we're wired to find the easiest, the most comfortable solution in order to survive, right? So humans today are not even really living, because we're already secured of survival. Like, what is the death rate? Maybe 80 years old right now. People die of 80 years old in the Netherlands where I live. So basically all you have to do, like, your life is already accomplished. Like, the main purpose of our ancestors was survival, and we're literally born, and if you make it out of that first year, you know, you're already settled. You're gonna survive. So all we have to do really is lay in bed, you know, watch YouTube, eat and drink, so we don't die. So literally all we need right now is food. And to be honest, it's very hard to go without food. Yeah, you know, for the Western world. I'm gonna take my words back. For the Western world, it's pretty hard to go without food, because even if you are like foodless, you're homeless, there are still places where you can go to get free food. So the main purpose of the humans is already achieved at birth, which is survival. And that's why your brain, it tells you not to do all of these delayed gratification activities. Like, you don't necessarily need to exercise anymore, but you know, it's the right thing, it's the morally right thing. Yeah, the honorable, like, you know, the honorable action to do is going to exercise, meditate. It's good for you, but it is not necessary anymore for survival, you understand? The main message that I'm trying to bring over in this video is, how much comfort are you willing to sacrifice for your future self? Think about that for a second. Are you going to exercise every day, or like for the planned days that you have, maybe 4 times a week, so that your future self can say, fuck it, thank you so much that you did the work so that I can enjoy the benefits? Because quite honestly, from self-improvement, you, in the present moment, you're not really gonna see all of the good benefits, like the money, the good body, the perfect mental health. That's for your future you. And you know, I always hated my past self because I thought that dude is such an asshole because he did all of these stupid things like overeat, and then I was stuck with it, right? And you have to think about it. Okay, should I break the cycle now? Should I do the delayed gratification activities that my future self can say, dude, you're a fucking legend. Thank you for doing the work so that I can enjoy it, so that I can have a good life. How much comfort are you willing to sacrifice for your future self? My name is Danny. I try to help you guys level up in life. I just fucked that outro up, dude. My name is Danny, and I want to help improve your life one level at a time. See ya.